Hey guys, so for this video I'll be unboxing, reviewing, and talking about Apink with their new mini album 1/6. I got the red version. I don't know if this has a specific name, but there's another one with the black cover. I can't remember if the photo books are different. I think they are, but I'm really happy with this comeback, and I'll talk later after I show what the album looks like inside. But yeah, before I start, like I do with every video, I like making a comparison to a jewel case so people could have an idea of how big the album is. This is how big it is. So here's the front, as you can see. The back has the track list, which is something I really like when K-pop albums have the track list on the back. You get a total of 6 songs. Then here is the spine, which I like it when they have the name on the spine as well. Believe it or not, there's some K-pop albums that don't have anything on the spine. And it has the Apink logo. Yep. So let's get started. This does come with member CD plates. I don't collect CD plates, so it's not something I do. But I got Bomi, as you can see. I got her, and then it says 1/6. So she's one of my favorites, so really happy. I like Apink in general. I like all the girls, so I don't really mind whoever I get. So let's see. You get, there's no track list, but here is the lyrics, so that's something new. Well, I can't really remember, but usually K-pop albums have the lyrics at the end or throughout the photo book, but interesting that they did the lyrics at the beginning. And then it says, "Fall not in love, therefore it will stick to your face." Okay. And they look great in here. I obviously feel really bad with Namjoon's surgery, but you know, her decision, I respect it. I feel really bad that she made that decision, though. I think she looked better before, but you know, doesn't mean it's gonna change her stage presence or her vocal ability. So yeah, it's just unfortunate that she felt pressured to kind of get it, because she did get commentary apparently about her nose, but they all look great here. I think this is very mature. It still has that Apink feel as well. It's just, I think what I love about this comeback, and I think this comeback is really important for them, because Apink is a group that has been around for 7 years now, so they're getting towards that 10-year mark. Being in the K-pop game, and the photo card I got was Namjoon, so yeah, funny enough, I got her. And I think if you like scan this QR, maybe there's a video or some pictures, I don't know. Tell me in the comments below as well if you know. Oh, I like these photos a lot. I think they look really nice. How difficult I think it is to love and to be wise in both at once. Okay. And I think these are the thank yous, which I really love that they had a picture and then the handwriting for remember. I like that touch. And a key. There's nothing. So yes, very good packaging this time for Apink. They didn't have very good packaging for Pink Revolution, and I think it's called Pink Up, the one with 5 as a title track. That packaging, it's nice, but I don't love it that much. This is a safe route, and this is perfect for me. So A+ on the packaging, 10 out of 10. This album, very, very good. Apink has been putting out really good albums this past few years. They really have. Obviously, it depends on your musical taste. For me, I really enjoyed this one. And obviously, the elephant in the room is this is a really, really experimental title track for Apink because they always play it safe. They took a risk once, but not too drastically. And it ended up being kind of like a flop. The song didn't tank, but for Apink standards, it did flop. I forgot if it was called Only One or Only You, which is the title track for the third studio album, Pink Revolution. That album is great. I really actually enjoy that title track, but it wasn't very public friendly, and it was, I don't know if it was released at a time which was near the end of the year. I don't know if there was so many comebacks. I just felt like, I don't know, it wasn't the right time for them to release it. But they took a risk again, even more, a riskier risk. They were riskier this time around with the title track and the concept. This is the first time they've been kind of sexy, but not, in your face. It's just very more dark, serious, and just with a tint of sexy. And this song, one of the best songs this year, one of the best title tracks they've had in a while. And this album, really good as well. Like I mentioned, I loved every single song. I actually listened to this from beginning to end a couple of times during the summer, which is something I didn't get the chance to with a lot of albums that were released. So I've been just ecstatic with this comeback. I don't know if they're gonna release something else this year. I highly doubt it. Because it had this special single album, which I want to get, but I'm kind of waiting on it because it's only one song and it's really expensive, but I want to get that one, because I have everything Apink has released in Korea, not in Japan, but in Korea. So that's the only thing I'm missing. So I think everyone has heard the title track. It was a big success. It's still ranking within the top 50. I think it's like in the top 10 right now still, which shows that Apink is still quite relevant in the K-pop scene and has support from the general public. So I do want them to hit at least the 10-year mark and to see what the girls want to do, because they're one of my favorites. And with most of my groups either on hiatus or disbanded, I always look forward to groups I've been following for a really long time, and Apink is one of them. What else? What else can I say? Yes. Oh, and like I was saying in the middle of this video, I think this is like a shift for them, because I think they will continue more with this sound. Not necessarily just like a 2.0 of I'm So Sick, but more mature songs. And the reason why is because I think when it comes to title tracks and concepts, the girls have more of a say now, since they've been with A-Cube for 7 years now. And obviously when they renewed their contracts, they probably adjusted a lot of things with how they promote as a group, individually, all of that. And yes, they're older now. They can't be singing songs like No, 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 and I don't know, Hush Hush. I mean, they can still perform them, on their concerts, because obviously nostalgic reasons, and those are the hits. But when releasing new music, I think it has to, part why I guess certain audiences have more appeal is because they know they are an older group. They know the girls are older, and you know, you want to hear something more, I guess, genuine or a bit more age appropriate for them. So they didn't go all out like, you know, some K-pop girl groups do. Like Girls Say, they didn't go that extreme. They went just enough because they know their fan base. So they didn't cross that line. And I feel like they can be still doing that. And it was very successful. This Apink had that dip with their third studio album, but Five and I'm So Sick were really, really successful. And I have a feeling that they'll stick to this sound because the girls seem very comfortable with it, and it was a bop. It was a bop. I've always listened to Apink, and they have really solid albums. But this time around, I feel very, very happy. And this is one of my favorite releases this year. I think I mentioned it in my top 15 or 20 songs in the first half, and I had to include it because of how much I had it on replay. The song, the title track is just different with what everyone's doing right now. So very, 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 very happy with this. I know I've repeated myself a bunch of times, but I don't know how else to kind of express how I feel about this. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Give it a listen to if you haven't listened to the album. I really enjoyed it. It's more mature, but it still has that Apink feel to it. And yes, so hopefully I will do an updated collection for Apink probably near the beginning of next year, because I kind of want to get that special album just so I don't have something missing from them. I just kind of have to wait for the comebacks that are currently going on, because that album only has one song and it's pretty expensive. So I wish it was cheap, because if it was cheaper, then I would have gotten it by now. Yes. What else? Kind of like aside from just Apink, really looking forward to Sunmi's Girls' Generation subunit comebacks. Debut for Girls' Generation. And yes, thank you guys for watching. I will obviously be doing a haul. I'll include this in a haul for September, along with my Shiny episode 1, 2, and 3 for the Story of Light. And hopefully I have the Girls' Generation album with Sunmi as well. Alright guys, bye.